Folks in the house, how's everybody doing? It's a Friday evening, and haven't done a video in a week. Been cleaning up some of the old videos. I haven't gotten the views on the ones. I mean, they've gotten a few more views than the ones that I got rid of, but not many, much more. But I've cleaned up some of that stuff, and so tonight decided to do my Attila the Hun pizza again and change the crust. And had the folks over. We did movie night. And give me a moment. Is the crust? I cut the yeast in half and kind of ended up being a thinner crust, a little crunchier. Still worked out. Um, Parents enjoyed, and just getting here. So, so I did move to a cookie sheet, and this one, yeah, I have to work on the shaping of my crust, but uh, let's see if I can do this here. This is my Attila the Hun thinner crust pizza, crunchier crust. Still use the same paprika, uh, garlic powder I put in, and some salt. And flavor wise on the crust, it's good. Um, Not saying it's over the top, but there's stuff out there that I'm like, okay, I'm not a bottom dweller on this. But again, this is my I call it Attila the Hun pizza, Hungarian sausage, and the Hungarian sausage I keep forgetting is that's from Festival Foods, and it's a good flavored Hungarian sausage. And the thing is, it's more for summer and the fall. They go away from it, and so this was, I think, my last Hungarian sausage from there. Um, I don't know if you want to use some of the other places that have a sharper Hungarian sausage. This does not, and it worked perfect for with the pizza. Um, Got some garlic toast and good movie night. Parents enjoyed the pizza. Uh, yeah, making it. The dough did not rise. I don't know if I didn't put enough yeast in, or not sure. Maybe not enough water. I think that may have been it. Um, so that was one thing, but it did come off as a thinner crust. So I'm still working on that crust. I mean, the crust is taste wise is it's good. It's just trying to go from a natural rising crust to a thin crust is where I'm having my dilemma. But I enjoyed it. It's been fun. This is like now my fourth pizza I've made, and more or less it's making the dough 15 minutes. Go let it rise. While that's doing, if you're onions, peppers, if you need to do some chopping up in that, you can do it in that time. Fry up your, if you're putting Italian sausage or, like I say, Hungarian sausage, fry that up to put on the pizza. But I'd wait a little bit towards when the pizza's rised, closer to being done rising. Um, they say an hour, but if you put the full yeast package in there and the water and all that, it's about 45 minutes. It comes out pretty good. But tonight it didn't rise as much, and that was fine. Like I say, I did get a thinner crust, um, but it ended up working out. So yeah, I've always wanted to do a Hungarian sausage on a pizza just to see what it would be like, and the flavor. Just I mean, this Hungarian sausage from Festival Foods, it works, and it's good to try something different for pizza topping that I enjoy. It's like replace Italian sausage with Hungarian sausage. Had no problem with that, and doing the paprika, and so it's like, yeah, Get my Attila the Hun Pizza going here. I have to open up the Attila the Hun Pizzeria. Oh my word. So tonight, oh yes, I'm going to start with finally a book that. Oh, I got rid of the book. My word, where are my notes? I apologize. Yeah, sorry about that. And again, this is my new book that I got. And so I read a book by Michael Connely called Dark Sacred Nights. And I read that starting back April. It was just a uncomfortable read. It was a book I think if you're going to read it, you had to read it in a week's time. Be one and done kind of scenario. Don't take it little by little. I think I ended up not reading for a couple weeks. All of a sudden, I picked up the book and I was like, "Where the hell am I? Who are these characters?" It just didn't. I ended up donating the book. I think I took it to Goodwill. So my new book that I just started is called Wired. Julie Garwood, first time I ever read her, and the books I've already made a dent in it, so I'm happy. I'm compared to my previous book. Again, Julie Garwood, Wired, and it has a flow to it. The other one, I don't know what it was. Maybe I just wasn't into the characters or something. But again, that book I start April 1st. I couldn't believe I had to go try to find a YouTube video that had this on it, and it was back April 1st. Again, Dark Sacred Night. Michael Connely. Two police detectives do a cold case, and there's other things going on, and it just I don't know. There's something there that just didn't go well. Or um, last night I watched. You know what? Let's go with my parents first. So I've had my parents over. We do movie night, and I don't know. We do pizza or something. We'll grab something for eating wise. I'll go maybe grab a bite and then come over here and watch a movie. Is what the deal is. And so tonight we watched Shooter, Mark Wahlberg. Good action movie. Fine with it. Uh, yeah, if you're looking for a decent action movie, it's worth it. Then another week we watched Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman. This one, another one, decent action movie. It goes. You're not gonna be disappointed. And then I ended up watching Two Brothers, a family movie with the folks. So those are some of the movies I watched with them recently. And I kind of went this route so I don't have to deal with commercials doing the streaming with them. But every once in a while I'll put a streaming movie on with them. I know I did something recently. Um, but last night, and I am going over this, is I was all fired up because Tubi had Mad Max Fury Road, and I've never seen it. And the movie I think is 2015. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna finally see this movie. I did not care for the movie. I just was like, I remember when the movie came out, and then I've also seen like streaming services or whatever when they had like I don't know who it is, but they had the highlight of that movie in their commercial. But I prefer the Mel Gibson movies. I mean, he made three of them, and I just Mad Max Fury Road. I just it didn't. It seemed like they did tried to do too much. I like the vehicles that they were using, but I prefer. I would take Tina Turner. I would have liked to see Tina Turner as the bad guy in this movie. Um, it just oh, I mean she. I have to say she did a better job for the. I guess you want to say the villain in Mad Max Thunderdome compared to the guy. I don't know this guy. There's just something there. I just didn't. again, it's something that I just, just walked away from the movie like, what the hell? I don't know if it was that they just tried going over the top too much. And maybe it is because I've seen all three Mad Maxes with Mel Gibson. The vehicle wise, I like that they kept kind of in that line of those vehicles for the movie, but the special effects, I don't know. There's just something there, and the story plot. Um, so I swear they pushed that movie back in 2015 like it was the greatest thing in the world or something. Um, I didn't get it, so I was like, I mean, I don't know what was the big deal because I just remembered the commercials and the push for it. I don't know if it ended up being a flop or not back then, but for what I saw, I was like, I am glad I did not go to the theater or pay for it or whatever. I'm glad I waited until it was streaming for free. So those are my movies. And then tomorrow morning, instead of doing my morning pancakes, my mom made a coffee cake. And so I am all set for tomorrow morning. To be honest, I want to kind of, I should have grabbed some more of this when I would drop them off. All of a sudden I walk in and it's like, hey, what's this? The coffee cake. It's like, well, guess what? I got my coffee going in the morning. I'm good to go. So I appreciate everybody watching. Um, I get a kick out of it. Is I am trying to clean up some of the older videos, and I am glad I did get rid of some of them because it's like there's when you don't get many views, it's like why keep it? And then I just put them together. I had some kind of replays, and if anything, I watched a couple of them, and it's like, yeah, the qual. I thought, I mean, right now this quality isn't nothing extra, but the ones I got rid of, I'm like, yeah, I have no problem with it. Uh, so I went from bad to a little bad. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just gonna kick out of it, and the making of the pizza thing, I'm just gonna kick out of that. Um, Playing around, I mean, I just yeah. My previous one, I don't know. I've got. I made a pepperoni one. I don't know if I kept that pizza. That was good too. I could have put pepperoni on this. I did not. Yes, I did keep my pepperoni. Well, this was my pepperoni pizza that I made. That turned out pretty good. And if I move my fingers out of the way, so that's that. And that crust was a little. That one wasn't as like a crunchier. That was less. Again, I think this pizza didn't rise. I don't know if it even rose that much. If it did, it was very little. But the ingredients that I have to say, the paprika and putting a little salt and garlic powder, garlic salt, something like that in with the flour. Um, it gives it some. It isn't a dry or a bland taste. So I've been very pleased on the taste of the crust. So that is my video, and wow, I am getting longer winded. So that is it, and thanks again for watching, and have a good evening.